ADOS community, Elijah Cummings had his ass handed to him. And I'm glad he did. Because Elijah Cummings and various other black politicians in the Democratic Party has done nothing for the black community, and they're being fucking exposed. Now, is Donald Trump the perfect messenger? Hell no, he's not. Am I a Trump supporter? Hell no, I am not. But I respect and agree with a lot of shit that Trump says, especially about these black politicians that are put up by the Democrats. If you notice that when black faces are elevated to high places, the black community is negatively and disproportionately negatively affected. If you notice that. Look at Barack Obama. He was a fake black president. Did nothing for the inner cities. Did nothing for the black community. The black community actually lost ground under Obama's presidency. So these black politicians need to be called out. And I'm glad Trump called Cummings' ass out. Look at Baltimore. Drive up to Baltimore. Baltimore looks like a fucking third world country. The crime, the poverty levels, the unemployment rate is catastrophic. But y'all mad that Trump called Baltimore rat infested. I know people that live in Baltimore. It is. We've been saying this shit for forever, for decades. That black politicians that are promoted by the Democrats do nothing for us. But I'm more concerned about the money. Nobody knows where the money has gone. Where are all the federal funds that have been sent to Baltimore? Cummings doesn't have an answer, nor does the city council. They don't have an answer about where the federal funds are. In excess of $6 billion has been sent to Baltimore over the course of 10 years. That money has been misappropriated. Why? Because the black politician, their job is to keep the black community at the bottom of the social totem pole. Why? Because that ensures that white people stay in supreme authority. They are tools of white supremacy, ADOS. Elijah Cummings, Maxine Waters, John Lewis, all of them. They're being used by the Democrats. And Elijah Cummings up there yelling and screaming about the living conditions of the illegal immigrants and their children. Yet he does nothing for the citizens of Baltimore, his own people that are living in poverty, that are living in worse conditions than the people at the border. He's a fucking coon. And look at Barack Obama. Who did he use to control the black community? He used Al Sharpton, the biggest charlatan of the black community, the fucking biggest race hustler and race pimp in the black community. That's who Obama chose to use. Al Sharpton, a proven FBI agent, a proven charlatan. And did you remember when Al Sharpton and Cornel West got into that shouting match? It's because Al Sharpton was defending Obama and his lack of action in the black community. Cornel West was saying, hey, what's up with Obama? He's not doing shit for black people. And black people voted him in office so overwhelmingly. Yet he's done nothing for the black community. And basically Al Sharpton told the black community to shut the fuck up. That's Al Sharpton. The man that does nothing but gives speeches after tragedy in the black community, does nothing to prevent them, doesn't speak to the issues, doesn't talk to the causes of the problems in the black community. ADOS, the black politicians, the Democratic Party has failed the black community. The black politicians promoted by the Democrats have failed the black community. And it's time for the asses to be voted out. Elijah Cummings, his ass gotta go. John Lewis, his ass gotta go too. He's up there helping out illegal immigrants and giving them the right to vote. Yet he's not doing nothing for ADOS. I don't care if he marched with Dr. King. What the fuck are you doing now for the ADOS community? If you're not doing nothing, your ass gotta go. Maxine Waters, her ass gotta go too. We gotta primary their asses and get their asses out of Congress. Shit. And then you see that CNN reporter, his bitch ass crying over Trump's comments. No, he should be agreeing with Trump because there's nothing been done in the black community by these black politicians. He should be criticizing their asses too if he was a real journalist, but he's not, because they're okay with the status quo, because they get their butter biscuits, they get to live good, they get their congressional benefits, they get their good living conditions. Meanwhile, the masses of black people are suffering because they're selfish. The black politicians in the Democratic Party are nothing but house Negroes. And that's what Malcolm X said about them. He called their asses out. Said they're nothing but house Negroes used by the white liberal or the Democrats. Because the Democratic Party is nothing more than a racist organization. Yet they're calling Trump racist. But all of their policies are anti-black. They're trying to replace us with these illegal immigrants that's done nothing for the country. And we're the ones that built the fucking country. We fought in every war that this country has waged. We've been sprayed with water hoses. Dogs were sicked on us. We were humiliated. Yet they're trying to replace us, ADOS. And John Lewis should be screaming and Elijah Cummings and John Lewis and all of them should be screaming and hollering not about the children of illegal immigrants. They should be screaming and hollering about reparations, about why the fake Jews got reparations, why the Japanese got reparations, why the Native Americans got reparations, and why not the ADOS have never been repaid, restituted, and repaired for slavery. That's what they should be screaming and hollering about. They should be screaming and hollering about a black agenda. They should be talking about that, not these fucking Johnny-come-lately illegal immigrants. Obama got in office and ain't done shit for us. Ain't do shit for Chicago. Ain't do shit for Baltimore. Ain't do shit for the inner cities. A Freddie Gray happened under his watch. A Michael Brown happened under his watch. Yet he did nothing for police reform. He did nothing to vindicate them. Nothing. He gave us DACA. He gave the children of criminals DACA. He protected them. Looked out for every other group but our group. The jig is up for these fucking do-nothing career politicians. The jig is up. The ADOS community is coming after your asses. We voting your asses out. The days of you getting away with this bullshit in our community is over. I am glad that President Trump called their asses out. They need to be called out. We got to keep turning up the heat on these fucking politicians. If there's no black agenda, if there's no reparations, you're not going to see the White House. You're not getting the vote from the black community. Donald Trump will remain in office, and he will serve another term. The only people that's mad at Trump and hate Trump is these immigrants and the Democrats. ADOS ain't scared of Donald Trump. We're not afraid of a second term. So if you want him out of office, come up with a black agenda. Plain and goddamn simple. But that's all I got to say. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the love. Thank you for allowing me to share my views. Have a great day.